This feels like the most like stretched out, like uncomfortable. I'm tearing up. Uncomfortable conversation. Welcome back to the Boos and the Bees. Thanks for listening. I'm Ella.
I'm this guy.
I said my name.
Yeah,
I never say. Oh, I guess I do sometimes when I have special guests, but when it's us two, for some reason we don't say our names.
Yeah.
We're just like, I'm the queen bee and he's the boo. Sometimes. We don't even say that as often.
We don't say anything. We have no dialogue.
We're supposed to hook y'all right away.
We have no dialogue.
But guess what?
No hook.
We didn't come up with the topic beforehand.
Yeah. I mean, look, we don't even have to tell them.
Hook.
Hook.
What if that was my hook? That's
the hook is that there's no hook.
I just say that like in the beginning of each video.
Do you think it works?
Yeah. Or like just wave something shiny like a fish. That's how you hook a fish. It's babe. Yeah, talk or dingle it on your microphone.
I think it worked. I think they're in.
Are y'all hooked?
Okay, so we have an exciting topic for you today. We haven't come up with anything, so we're just gonna talk.
Yeah, I already told them that.
Yeah.
If you weren't dangling your thing, you would have known.
But you see, I got hooked by the dangly thing. If you didn't notice.
Now we got to keep them listening.
Oh no.
Got to keep them hooked.
It's the worst.
I don't know how to use a fish analogy because usually you take the fish off the hook.
Off the hook. We're off the hook.
But then you just got to keep hooking. Oh.
Oh no. You can't say that. It's against the rules and guidelines.
I do nothing and break the rules and guidelines, babe.
I know.
Like I just posted a video and I age restricted right away. I don't even show the cabbage, the jazz cabbage. I try to use lingo. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But you're getting into doing some stuff that's not restricted type content too, which is cool.
Yeah, we're learning like maybe we shouldn't do taboo niches that are like so hard to advertise for.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of our channel is about relationship and wellness and, you know, being your best self and productivity and getting over emotions and stuff. And so there's plenty of other ways. I mean, I would say the cabbage isn't even the primary leading factor to our growth and development.
No, definitely not.
I don't even consume it. And that's not like that was the thing that changed your life. It's just something that you do that helps with your day-to-day. So there's plenty of products out there. I mean, as simple as brushing your teeth and whitening your teeth and eating healthy, having protein.
Right.
You know, there's things like that we do every single day that made a dramatic impact.
Exactly. Like we're allowed to talk about it.
I know. We drink Fairlife shapes. Jeez, what? I can't speak. What is it?
Fairlife?
Fairlife. Yeah. Those
Core
shakes.
Power.
Core Power Fairlife shakes. 42 grams of protein. They're super delicious. I literally buy them by the case full. We're not sponsored. It'd be cool if we were.
It would be cool. Well, that's why we got to start repping for brands like that.
Yeah, we literally reached out to them today to say, hey, we drink like so many of these every day.
That's not what I said, but yeah, I did reach out to them the other day.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We're trying it all. We're literally trying it all. So.
Yeah. No, we're going out there to share everything that we use, everything we'd like to use, and just how to keep being your best self. And not just be all the taboo stuff.
What are the taboo stuff? What do you mean?
Like if we were doing cabbage and stuff, you know, not taboo topics. Like that way we could talk about it. I mean, if there's something cool that we're doing that helps our daily routines, I mean, we can let everybody know, like, this is what we're doing right now. And these are the results. That's awesome.
Yeah, just kind of like what we do day to day, like our calorie tracking and like stuff like that. Like our...
Well, like calorie tracking and like products, you know? We buy a lot of stuff. I mean, we buy a lot of things. She uses a lot of stuff I buy, if that makes any difference.
Yeah. But we really, the how much you love Amazon, the fact that we don't have an Amazon like storefront is ridiculous. We looked into it at one point, which is like, why is this is so hard? There's just so many things. And it's like you get consumed online with all this information and all this stuff you should be doing. And it's just like, and then you get lost in what the right thing is to do.
And any of it can work. It's just about what works that we do and and what uses our talents. That's the thing, is we do a lot. We've got a lot of skills that people don't have that make people money. But it's just not even that, right? I mean, if we're trying to build an audience of happy people that are doing better stuff with their life, it'd be cool to rep what we're using, It
would be cool to reach, because like I said, we've been doing this taboo niches where it's hard to get notoriety. Is that the word? And so it'd be cool to just get recognized for creative stuff without having all these restrictions. Already, just always, since I've done content creating, it's just always been like I don't know how to explain it, but
it's just you're fighting an uphill battle. I mean, you got into this and built 200,000 followers in one account. You built 80 in another account, built 20 in another account, 29 in another account, 40 in another account.
We get it.
But it's a lot. It's a lot to do. And then each one being something that is age restricted or is whatever restricted. And you could have just been doing exactly what you do, because what draws me to your content, not just being your partner and the guy who films a lot of it, but what draws me to your content is just how real you are with people and how nice you are to people and how much you can relate to others. And I think that's why a lot of people come and do support your content. And being able to talk about that openly and show what you use openly, I don't see how you could fail, right?
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing has been, my main TikTok account, everyone's always been like, you gotta do a niche, right? And so I used to just do whatever, and I still gained a good following from that, just people liking me. So I can't imagine if I actually picked a niche and was able to focus on stuff. I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't know. I already ranted about this today, so I just didn't know what else to talk about. But yeah, we're just learning life. He's just looking at me thinking I'm going to come up with the next topic. I'm trying my hardest right now, but I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be a long episode. We started 5 minutes ago. It's a 5-minute episode.
5-minute episode.
It's a huge episode.
Well, it was the point of this then. How did we improve in this episode? Because weren't we trying to do that every episode?
Yeah, well, I think our lighting looks better than it did before. Background looks better than it did before.
It looked like this last episode.
It did not look like this last episode.
Okay. Sure.
It didn't. I've actually changed it. Yeah.
Well.
So, audience, comment if it looks different than the last episode. If you like it, because it does.
Comment something. Anything.
Comment anything. Comment what's on your mind. What are you going through? What do you need help with? There's too many things. You're going to forget. What's the first thing I said? I was just
thinking that. I do that all the time. I do that on live streaming. I'll be like, because nobody will be talking to me. I'm like, how's y'all's day? Where are you from? How old are you? What's your star sign?
And they leave. They're like, I can't handle it.
They won't leave, but I'll get no reply. And then I'm like, I overloaded y'all with too much information. Yeah, and now y'all are just silent. So we're learning.
One question was enough for me. That's it. I'll take my one. Anything more, you get the silent treatment. You, silent treatment. Ask me more than one thing. How dare you?
How dare.
My boss asked me more than one thing. What are you, my boss now? No, you're done. You're cut off.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. You don't come home and I'm like, oh, how was your day? What did you do this? And then, I let you answer usually first. Because normally if you message a guy multiple questions in a message, they'll usually just answer one of them because it's too much.
I don't think it's just a guy. I think it's nobody answers anything more than one question.
It's a joke. But yeah.
Yeah, I think the only question she ever asked me when I get home is, what are we doing for dinner?
That's not the only question
it's the daily question.
You. Oh my gosh. Definitely not.
I don't know what to do.
I care about him and his day.
Do we have ramen? Oh God, we don't have ramen. Order some, please. She doesn't say it like that either. She's like, order it now. Just kidding. It's not what she's like.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
This episode is torture.
We're doing it. We're doing the thing.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's a normal conversation. This is how people talk.
I don't know why this is a struggle for me right now.
I have no idea.
This feels like the most like stretched out, like uncomfortable I'm tearing up. Uncomfortable conversation.
Is that just going to be the title? The most stretched out,
crying.
uncomfortable conversation? That is like a title, though. I mean, you said those exact words, and you can just clip this and then move it over there.
As long as you remember, because by the time I upload the video, I forget what day it is.
The most uncomfortable. I'm going to take notes.
The most
stretched out, uncomfortable conversation.
I mean, no offense.
Yeah, only a ton taken. It's fine. It's just a massive amount of offense taken.
No, it's me, not you.
Oh no! What is that? The breakup line? Like, geez.
No, gosh,
The
no.
podcast
Don't put
over
that
now?
out there. No, we're not
No,
breaking
but
up with the podcast, no matter how hard I want to. I'm just kidding.
Oh my word!
I'm just kidding. But I'm excited for us to start doing challenges and fun stuff. But doing this daily is really hard, y'all. It's like
We only have like 60 episodes left of the daily podcast.
because we're supposed to technically like it'd be nice to have one day to edit stuff or like 1, 2, 3 days to edit stuff, and then the other days you can focus on being creative. It's hard to be like I have to think of all the creative and edit and post and research. Doing that all in one day it's a lot for your brain. And that's why I'm in a creative block. I can't get creative.
Yeah, and it's a lot for your brain. It's a lot for your brain for like the no payoff. You know?
And not even the no payoff. Like, you know, I still try to stay positive with yeah, of course we want to get paid. I'm trying to stay positive with like how well we're doing. But it's just, daily is hard without a team, a whole team to help you, let you focus on the one part you want to focus on.
And we do other things, like we just went and did headshots for people. We do...
I thought you were texting me a secret message. It's just the title.
Yeah, it's just the title, so we don't forget. But we go do things, like we did headshots for people, so we met with a couple actor folks, and some people want us to do promotions for them, and we do it on the house. And it's not even that it's not payoff for us, just monetary, but it's not even great payoff for the audience, because... if we had 2 or 3 amazing videos showcasing everything we do, how I lost 75 pounds, how you gained more energy, how you took control of your mental health, and how we tackle staying positive when things are difficult, how you go with $20,000 in debt and stay positive and still manage to get by on bills and not yell at your partner. You know, like these could be 10 videos that are very well done instead of a bunch of random, you know, stuff to listen to while you go to work, which could be fun. But I definitely could see us having more value out of brought together stuff.
Definitely.
And then it would also be a payout for us if, you know, the things that we actually do and use, people could go and buy that supports us, but then also helps them.
Right.
Right? Because then they would know how to do it the way that we use it. Because there's no point in having, I got running shoes, but I don't know how to run in them. Like, okay, well, might be a weird example, but I mean, I guess there's some complexities to running. I don't do it. And I still lost 75 pounds. No running necessary. That could be a title.
He loves the offending runners.
Man, I'm no runner. I'm not like running.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're allowed to not like things.
We're allowed to not like running. And again, still lost 75 pounds.
Like, people actively like rock climbing. I would maybe try it once, but I know for a fact that's like probably not my thing to do on a daily basis or, you know, weekly. I don't know how often these people go.
I used to wall climb at the river. I would climb the rocks.
Like legit wall climbing, not even like hooked up to harnesses, just...
Yeah, but you fall into water, so like, you know, it's whatever.
Aren't there rocks in the water?
Well, don't land on the rocks.
Well, you don't get to decide that.
I mean, you jump off and then you don't land on the rocks.
I'm not the adventurous gal, but I mean, I am expanding my horizons. Did a 6-hour hike.
Yeah, she's super proud of that.
Flex
And you
on
should be
that.
proud of that.
Thanks.
It was good.
We were watching The Last of Us because we just started it. Zombie show, if y'all haven't seen it, and a game that I have not played.
It's a
But
great
apparently
game.
it's very good. The
It's
show's
really
really
good.
great too so far. But they had to do a walk, and she was like, "How long is it?" And he's like, 5 miles. And then I
5
was like,
hours.
"Oh, 5, no, 5 miles, 5 hours." And I was like, "Oh, I could do that. No sweat." Well, I would sweat.
Yeah.
A lot of tears. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I thought that was cool to compare.
You're like, I can actually put that in a frame of reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it was like the longest I ever ran was 50 miles in one go. It took like literally, all day, right? That's like a huge amount of running.
I know. I still don't believe it.
I tracked it. It was a ridiculous amount of running.
It just sounds impossible.
It was literally all day and like way into the night.
Why did you do that?
Well, so there's this group of people and they just go running. They say they're drinkers with a running problem, not runners with a drinking problem. Drinkers with a running problem. And so they go and hide coolers all across the desert and wherever, and they like mark stuff with chalk. And you just go run with this group of people and you follow chalk marks to like these hidden locations where there's coolers full of beer, and then everybody gets together and they all drink, and then you go run some more, and you just do that all day and all night.
I was like thinking that'd be cool to do with cannabis, but
It's
can't really
like-
do running and
I mean, you can't really do drinking either. That was a horrible, mess. It's like,
That's true.
awful.
That's true.
But
I
they
didn't
do
even
it.
think of
It's a
that.
whole thing. It's actually an international thing that people do.
Well, we should do it for cannabis, but then we'd have to run.
Yeah.
Can we think it's a different activity though?
Mm.
Like it's cool. It's like a group thing. It's like an adventure,
Yeah.
kind of like a bar crawl.
Kind of like a dating show
Oh well, dating shows. Stop
that we
it.
could do.
Stop it. We're not supposed to talk about that.
It's okay. The 20 people will get a good hint.
Hint, hint.
Hint.
Maybe. Who knows? If that makes us money.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
And plus we also like the idea of not having to be away from Minnie too often.
And that's the other thing too, right? I mean, she can be around 90% of the stuff that we use and sell.
Yeah.
And she can't
She
be around
is.
the other stuff.
That's our life.
It
Like,
literally is. We do it every
we
single
were
day.
just focusing on the taboo stuff.
Yeah, only the stuff that she can't be a part of, which stinks, And obviously, we still wouldn't be putting her on camera or anything. That's not our go-to.
Right, but she could be involved.
Which she can be around, yeah, which would be really fun. I like that.
So it's okay to having to keep changing directions. Because our end goal has still been the same, but it's like figuring out the action step to get to that goal has just kept changing.
Yeah, and it's not that we still wouldn't support the Canna community.
Well, 100%. I still am. Yeah.
Yeah, we still do, and it's still a big part of the plan is to be involved with the community and be involved with these types of people. But that doesn't have to be our main bag, especially since if they're not interested, right? We have all these talents that can make money, and there's no point to not be making money with it and doing all the work. Yeah, like there were some people asking us to do work for less than minimum wage. Like, so you're telling me we had to invest $60,000 in equipment and years worth of skill and talent in building audiences and a foundation and understanding platforms so you can pay us minimum wage?
Some people to see the hard work and value out of it.
And it's not even the hard work. No one cares about hard work. They care about value, right? And that's why labor workers who work arguably harder than anybody get paid almost the least. Even though it's the most work, it doesn't matter how much work you do. It matters how much value you bring. And so to be valued less than somebody with no education that forgets the patty on the burger, it's just insulting. And it stinks when you get things like that, where it's like, I can't believe you valued us at that level for what we're offering, to be valued less than minimum wage is just
I do think some people should probably be making more. Like, I don't want to say like there's jobs that aren't valuable, because I feel like all those jobs are valuable in a sense, right? Like
not
we need
all
the
jobs are
trash
valuable.
workers.
Oh, those are
like,
they actually get paid pretty good. Trash workers do. And so do a lot of construction people, but they get paid a lot less than, like advertisers, things like that. So it just kind of, the amount of work doesn't equate to pay, but you know, a lot of things are undervalued. And the way you show value is when you strike and you're like, did you make money without me or not? And then sometimes it's like, we lost your position and we made more money, so I guess you weren't valuable. So value really is, it's a real thing you can say isn't valuable. Like there are jobs out there that just are not valuable. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but that's probably because there's just not a job, right?
I don't know.
Like I was going to say door-to-door salamander feeders. Like how many people own salamanders and how many people need you to go to their house and feed them? But I'm sure somebody with an exotic salamander collection needs one exotic salamander feeder. You know, we've seen those shows where it's like, oh yeah, we're 25 and my husband's 30 and we're looking for a new house. I'm a salamander feeder part-time and our budget is 7.8 million. And you're like, oh my word, you know, just some random jobs, but that wouldn't be valuable in the marketplace for most people. Like if someone knocked on our door and they're like, can I shine the rocks in your driveway? It would be like, no, it's not a valuable job. I don't want you to do that. So you can leave.
It probably just depends though, because I feel like value is perspective, no?
It totally is. Yeah, there might be somebody who says, I need a polished rock driveway.
Yeah.
And my rocks must be polished daily. And things like that totally exist. I just saw something where there's a guy who polishes people's cars and they use a microscope to see micro scratches that are invisible to the human eye so that they can repair that. And they spend 250 hours on one car, which is like months. And he gets business class flights and he stays there for a long time. He has all this equipment, very highly skilled, and it's very valuable for like 5 people who actually care to do that. You know, so it's not that there's no value in anything you do, but some stuff isn't valuable just in general. Like if someone's like, hey, can I come to your house and punch you? Can you give me $5 because it's a lot of work for me to like get strong enough to punch you? I'd be like, I don't want that.
There's somebody who does, babe.
But it's not valuable to me. But it's not valuable to the market. Like you can literally look at, okay, what's the market worth of this? And it might be like $17, right? Or someone wants to pay $17 for that. So
this is funny. This conversation's funny.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. I would hate for what we're doing, because we were just saying how like we do so much, but it's like I don't want people to value us based off of our effort. I would like to spend no effort and get paid a lot. Well, you know, in an ideal world, and that's what a lot of people do. Because it doesn't make sense that a CEO can make millions of dollars on a company, and they're like, oh, they worked real hard. They didn't work 10,000 times harder than the janitor. They didn't, but they make 10,000 times more than the janitor. So I don't want us to live in a world where your work effort is what the value is, because the CEO can give jobs to people. They can make inventions that help make lives easier, like the dishwasher and, you know, the washing machine and dryer, like things like that made people better. The janitor didn't do that. Right? The janitor cleaned up, very important role, but they don't get paid because that value isn't as high as being able to change millions of lives in America. You know, so
I need that image of that lady thinking of math right now.
Just so you know.
I got so lost. Yeah. But I know I'm on your side. I understand your point.
Yeah.
So I get it. So I was just like, what the little rant you did, I was like, it was really funny.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of talking about it now. That's all I've been thinking about today.
This work, yeah.
So just keep going.
Because no matter what,
don't give up.
We're still gaining all the skills necessary no matter what we do. And then,
yeah, and he has to remind me that sometimes too. Like today at first I really didn't feel productive, but like I was, like when I really break it down. So sometimes I get hard on myself, and I know other people can too. Like you think like, oh, you had all this stuff on your list that you wanted to do today, ideally, and just because you didn't do all of them, then you're hard on yourself for it. It's like, no, I got like 5 out of the 10 things I like, you know, like so many things done. And then like, what can I do? Sulk now, or either do those things or, you know, be proud of what I did and then go again.
Yeah, get that positive energy out. You know, put the positive energy back into the world and like be happy that you did the things.
Because yeah, lately like, things have been turning negative for me. Like he'll try to talk to me about a creator making 20 grand and she's got like no views and her you know, she hasn't been doing it this long or blah blah blah, and then it's like I hear it as negative, but he's trying to tell me in a positive way, like, no, we need to be like taking these notes and
like she's like, well, oh, I get it, I'm doing something wrong. And I'm like, I'm not saying you're doing something wrong, I'm saying they're doing something different and it's something that we can do. And then she started doing it and look, things are bright again, right? So instead of taking things negatively, you can take them positively and say, oh, wow, this isn't even that great. I can do it, right? Not, oh, this isn't that great, I must suck. It's not that.
Yeah, because back then, if we would have had that conversation, I would have been overloaded. I probably would have came home and probably just took a nap and not been productive at all. So staying positive is hard to really trick your mind into getting into that. Like I said, I still get off track often.
And there's the two of us. So it's good to know that there's people out there and you might be watching and you get off track and you get really sad thinking like, oh no. And we have each other to still say, hey, you're still doing okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't have anybody telling you that, you can have us tell you you're doing okay.
Aww.
So I don't know if that means anything, but I hope it does.
I hope it does too. Because that means a lot, knowing that we can help people.
And that's really what we want to do. We're not here just to make money. We'd obviously love to make money doing this. Like what people don't see behind the scenes is crippling amounts of debt and all this effort and all this equipment. And that's fine because it's not their life to. It's their life to get something from our channel. And like we need to be able to get something out of that we're actually making content that helps people get better. And that's what we want to do. And of course, if we could get money doing that, amazing. Because that's the real goal. It's not to make money. We're not trying to scam people. We want to make a difference and be able to get paid to make a bigger difference. Like Mr. Beast is out there doing amazing things across the world and cleaning up the ocean, but they can only do that because they got supported by an audience that believes they're getting tremendous value from it. And so we just want to make sure we are giving the audience tremendous value in the space of relationships and positivity and to some degree productivity.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't say we're soul-sucking productivity. Where there's a lot of people who are very good in the productivity space. They're like, this is how you set your schedule. This is how you do this. And we're just like, this is how you live through the day and not break down.
Yeah. Sometimes you will break down, and that's okay too.
Yeah, and it's good to say, like, oh, wait, I'm a human and I have emotions.
Well, great episode, babe.
Yeah.
Look at that. We went from it being 5 minutes to longer. And honestly, it was pretty great.
Yeah, we just need to get some trailer clips throughout this of some stuff we talked about for the beginning, which is horrible. Wait, did we not post today? Oh, so that won't happen.
Yeah, it depends how fast we would edit this one. But
I'd have to start like right now.
We'll get there. We'll figure it out. We love y'all.
We love you. We want you to have a great life. We want you to be as best as you can.
Yeah. Okay, guffaw.
Guffaw.
Bye.
Bye.